If you've ever flicked through ABC Kids, you might have come across this.
Good morning.
Yep, Beep and Mort live a very calm, slow-paced existence in Mollyvale.
Beep and Mort.
But how does a show like this come to life?
Roll camera, here we go.
Well, to find out, I visited the Windmill Pictures team at the South Australian Film Corporation, where Beep and Mort is created.
Well, puppets can do things that humans can't, and they're intrinsically funnier than humans, and they can do just absolutely absurd things. Just working with puppets in television on this scale in Australia is not been happening for a long time, so it's pretty exciting.
This is Jacob, the puppetry director for Beep and Mort.
Well, like a director tells actors what to do, I figure out how the puppets will move, the choreography, and sort of help the puppeteers do some of the harder things, like when puppets pick up things, it's not as easy as a human. So there's a lot of sort of problem solving that we have to do on set.
He's worked with puppets for 25 years now and grew up loving them.
We are the Muppets.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Let's just start at the bottom and work.
Well, I grew up with the Muppets, and I particularly loved Grover and Super Grover. And I worked in New York for a year, several years ago, and got to visit Sesame Street. The day I visited, they were filming Super Grover flying on blue screen. So that was a bit of a career highlight to see Super Grover in action. And, you know, it's really simple things again. His cape was connected with 2 strings and a puppeteer was just flapping the cape to create the wind.
But those simple things can make a big difference.
Well, I think you've always got to remember that the puppet is organic and it's breathing and it's actively listening, so it's never dead. So it's very easy for a puppet to look like a rag doll very quickly. If I had Kermit the Frog, for example, on my hand, and I would just... That's pretty much all my hand is doing, and it's subtly like that. And you're connecting your breath with your own breath.
So you might not want to pick favourites, but do you have a favourite puppet on Beep and Mort?
Oh, that is a tough one. I kind of like Reuben.
Why?
He's one of the more unusual looking puppets. But of course, you can't go past Beep as well.
Speaking of...
Hi, Beep.
Hello.
What's it like here in Mollyvale?
I love it. I arrived in Mollyvale to discover new things and found good friends in my new home.
It might look like an easygoing chat, but this puppet thing is hard. It took us a few takes to get it right.
What's it like here in Mollyvale?
Oops, sorry.
Hi, Beep.
Hello.
What's it...
I was not ready.
That's okay.
So many things.
What? Oh, that was me. I should have done something. Hi, Beep.
Wait. What's the hardest part of puppetry?
Often you'll get a head in shot, so the puppeteers have got to duck their heads, or there's a rod in shot. So, you know, there's all different styles. There's like sort of sock puppets or glove puppets, so moved by the hand with some mechanisms inside the head. And then there's a lot of stick puppets where the puppet sits on top with a stick coming out, and there's lots of little mechanisms and controls underneath the puppet. It's quite a physical job. You can find yourself in sort of all sorts of weird, wonderful kind of positions as a puppeteer. So it really helps if the designers and the puppet makers are thinking about the weight of the puppet.
Oh my goodness, it's so light.
The puppets and props for Beep and Mort are all made out of materials like foam,
So small.
which allow actors to spend all day on set without getting too tired.
And I'll do it at the end, yeah.
So how do you get started in the world of puppetry?
There is a lot of puppetry around if you look for it, and there's a lot of things online, there's a lot of communities that you can connect with. But also, if you want to make a puppet, just make a puppet and give it a go, and you'll never see, you'll wonder where it takes you.
Well, you're pretty busy. I should let you get back to it.
Thank you for coming to visit us in Mollyvale, BTN.